Hey everyone, JMO here. We have two Daredevil seasons in the can: Daredevil Crimson Twilight on Marvel Snap, and Daredevil Born Again Season 2 on Disney Plus. So it is time for another episode of Marvel Snapshot, where we talk about the show or the movie, and we try to build a deck out of it. So today's deck is called Dare to Be Stupid. And I call it that because I think this might be the clunkiest deck I've ever made for this show. Highlights from this season: we have a fancy new Punisher card. We have, of course, the new Daredevil card. And then Muse. He was new this season, as was Stick. Pretty cool. And Karen. Much love for Karen. Gotta love that Bob. And then, of course, Wilson Fisk. He was front and center in the show. And the general idea behind this is to try to activate Muse and try to make space for Ikari. Ikari is sort of the didn't make an appearance in the show, but clearly Daredevil inspired. And you could argue, right? These are the Ikari's kind of like the Daredevil protesters who became front and center in the plot at the end of Born Again Season 2. I don't know what's going to happen. Let's see if we can at least win one game using this deck inspired by the latest Daredevil season. And if you have a better Daredevil deck, definitely let me know, because I do not have a lot of faith in this one. Alright, well, we're still trying to fight over that location to get the bonus energy, so now is as good a time as any to play Punisher War Machine. And speaking of Punisher One Last Kill, it wasn't it for me. I enjoyed Punisher in Born Again Season 1, but I thought One Last Kill started really compellingly, right? It was like really reflecting on like the toll that violence has taken on Frank Castle's life. But then he then goes and inflicts a lot more violence. So it's like, did he learn anything? Would his daughter be proud of him? Ah, nuts. Okay, haven't won that location yet, but got some extra energy here. So, what do we do? Do we throw down Karen? Karen, to me, was the big fun surprise of the season. I had never watched her seasons before, and I really liked how sort of unwavering she was. And her whole dynamic with Bullseye, like, she wanted to kill Bullseye or she wanted to show him a good time. I don't know. Like, I could never tell which way it was going to go. But definitely, I think most people would agree Bullseye stole the show. And I mean, those abs, come on. Like, how could you not? I really like Karen in this game. I do think it's sort of funny that she has 5 power, if you think about it lore-wise. There we go, give a squirrel. There we go. Alright, objective complete. And we've got some bonus energy, a lot of bonus energy. Bullseye. Lady Bullseye. If you haven't watched Hitmonkey, Lady Bullseye is really cool in Hitmonkey. I feel like that show is slept on a lot. Do I utilize the abilities there? No, let's get Stick in there. Stick was mentioned. Might have been in Season 1, but Stick got a brief shout out. And I do love the lore of Stick passing on the strength, because, he was Matt's teacher. Hey, I won one of the locations. What more do you want from me? I'm a simple man. I can only do so much. Yeah, take your 4 cubes. Luke Cage, I guess, has not been a thing in a very long time. I wonder if we will ever find out what he was doing for that fishy CIA operative. Put Muse there, and here. I did find it kind of scary seeing the therapist character kind of slowly becoming Muse. I feel like that mask, that Muse mask, is just really disturbing to me for some reason. So I kind of enjoyed that. I've heard people criticize that plot line, but I found it kind of chilling. Okay, that's not great for me. Ah, Jessica. Jessica Jones. She was so cool in this season. I loved seeing her fight with like a Disney budget. Because like in the old show, it was always fun, you know, she would like, you know, bend things and break padlocks to remind you how strong she was. But like when that warehouse fight where she's like punching the cans of pressurized gas and they're launching into the ice, the not ice agents, pretty satisfying. Can't pretend it wasn't. Oops. Dang it. Close. Yeah. This is a bad deck. Pretty good season of the show, but it is not making for a good deck. What do I fix? I think we're going to throw Jessica Jones down at Kamertage and let her hang out for a minute. And then there'll be 15 power in that lane. That's pretty sweet. And that should activate my Fisk. Having the Enforcer out there. Oh, it activated it anyway. Alright, so let's get Fisk out here while he's still cheap. You know, anyone can buy that office. I didn't like Jessica losing her powers. I mean, that is interesting. I think it's always good to have like an interesting take to the character. Yeah. Alright. Got a big Jessica Jones there. Ah! Karen will buff quite a few of my cards. Maybe I should play Lady Bullseye first.
Oh,
let's snap. I think it maybe played Lady Bullseye first. Okay. Alright, stop emoting me like that. Come on. Let's play Lady Bullseye first so that she could potentially catch. No. I changed my mind. I want Frank to get it. Here we go. So we're gonna hit. Okay. Do it again. I feel like we're in a pretty good place. Oh, but I never talked about Wilson Fisk, though. Like, that final fight scene in the hallway, crazy. And I love the metaphor that he, like, literally breaks people's necks. It breaks them, like, in half. And he still gets the plea deal. And gets to just end on a beach. Well, we know we got that lane. So let's try to take them for all they're worth. Are they gonna not... what are they gonna do? They're staying in. Got two kind of dark Daredevils. Alright, eat up. That's all she wrote. Alright.
Victory.
There it is. Daredevil, dare to be stupid. Thanks for watching Marvel Snapshot. I will see you at the end of the next MCU project, which at this point will be Spider-Man Brand New Day, and we'll be making a deck out of the new Spider-Man cards from that Marvel Snap season. Don't forget to like, subscribe, www.theoldswitcheroo.com, and I hope you have a great one. See you later. Akari's sick, by the way. Let's just call a spade a spade. That is a dope base art. System Studios. Great job.